Nightly Musers, followers of the pod, faithful few and hopeful many. This is Anchor by Spotify. If you haven't heard about it, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's the very platform that allows me to give you what I give you on the nightly. So let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. And it gives you the ability to distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so much more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And best of all, Anchor is totally FREE free. So here's where you come in. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That is ANCHOR.fm to get started. Thank you very much. Peace. Sorry. Welcome to the Nightly Muse podcast. This is your host, Tinayeshe. My voice is gone. I'm fighting off something. I had COVID a year ago. I had COVID a month ago. Almost to the day. And I know it's not COVID, but there might be some sinus thing. We had a worship night, and I started feeling weird yesterday. And I was like, Lord, I can't be sick right now because I've got to lead this thing tomorrow. And so I can be sick the day after. I can be sick next week, but I can't be sick right now. And I told my mom, it was funny, like I did all of the things to nurse myself to vocal health. Like I was able to sing, do my thing, but the rest of my body still felt like crap. And I worked out. I took a shower, did the things. Also, my goodness, Charlotte, I love Charlotte weather. But one thing I do not love is the humidity. I was leading worship in a barn. We have quarterly seasonal worship nights, so this was the summer worship night, and I have had one other experience in the summer playing in the barn in the early evening and late evening, whatever, dusk. I was opening for a friend of mine at the time, not local artist, but artist, traveling artist, now friend, Brendan Abernathy. And I was an idiot. I was wearing jeans and my nice long-sleeved sweater type. Drenched. And it was fun. But I learned I've got to have a towel. So I brought the towel, I wore a t-shirt, and my arms were sweating. And that, I sweat more than, any of my workouts that I've had so far in the past 2.5 weeks. Either I'm doing something wrong or it was just humid as heck. But then one of the people that owned the place, Ben, he grabbed the fan for me, and I jokingly said to my boss, I was kind of annoyed. I mean, I obviously was extremely grateful because it stopped me from sweating, but I kind of wanted to see how sweaty I was going to get. It turned into an experiment by the third or fourth song because I was like, man, I'm struggling, but it was fun. Maybe I was sweating out some of the toxins or something, or just making myself extremely dehydrated, or both, I'm not sure. But anyway, I led a worship night tonight, and I used to lead worship nights every week, and I stopped doing that. That was one of the first major things that I said no to because I didn't have the bandwidth for it anymore. And stepping back into that space tonight was a lot of fun. And we were debriefing, my boss and I, and just talking about how I've been mentally. And man, learning how to be myself in a space that is like an established space that I entered into it's a journey, but it's been so fun to see myself change in how I got annoyed with myself. I would lead at, these one-offs in Winston-Salem and worship nights at other churches. And I found myself tapping into like who I really am as a worshiper. But on Sundays, when I'd be at my church, I felt like I was shrinking. And it bothered me. And I can't remember exactly when we were talking about this, like there was kind of a switch that happened where I decided like, no, I'm going to be myself in this space. I'm not going to allow the space to change me. I am going to be myself and let that marry in with the space and create something new, but not like trying to change something, but trying to be me. And tonight I was really, really excited because I felt like this was going to be an extra space where I'm used to doing the worship night thing, and now I'm more comfortable with my people. Wow, that was the first time I called my church my people. Wow. But anyway, I'm getting more comfortable with my people, clearly, because I just called them that. And it was fun. I'm just really thankful for these people that I work with and serve. And I did another episode previously about my people. That was when I was at a black game night, and it was especially wonderful. But it's been really sweet to see how Story Hill is turning into my people, which kind of scares me because that might mean that I have to change my housing situation and move closer to my people. But I think I don't think I had 1 foot in, 1 foot out mentality, but I was always viewing this as, until the next thing comes. Not in the sense that I was like, I always viewed this as temporary, not in a macro sense, but in a like, I'm going to be here for the season that I'm going to be here, and when God calls me out, I'll move on to the next thing and it'll be good. And I've just learned, like, I'm learning to be in the moment here, and as I become in the moment here, the fruit of that is that I'm enjoying here more. And so, all that is to say, yeah, I'm really enjoying life in the moment. Life with an emerging people that are becoming my people who are my people, please. People. My friend Chi-Chi has a poem. I think it's called People Please, and it's amazing. But anyway, I am happy, I am exhausted, and in large part did this episode to stay faithful. And because I really did want to talk about the fact that I'm happy and feel good. We've been working out. This was day 16. Day 17's tomorrow. I'm trying to muster the mental fortitude to get up tomorrow because I feel like crap right now. But I feel like if I work out, I'll feel better. Maybe. Then I'm going to get my my dreads, my locks retwisted. It's going to be wonderful. But as I say this, my nasal passage is filling up with snot. You don't want to know that, but if you couldn't tell, I'm sounding more and more like Squidward. A Squidward. I am delirious right now. So I'm going to sign off before I sound even more gross than I sound right now. I'm trying very hard not to snort. Shout out Low Fly. Shout out you guys for just being great. And shout out Story Hill Church for becoming my people. Davidson is a new space for me. It's an affluent space for me, and that's kind of weird. Not that I wasn't used to being around rich white people, but it's a different type of vibe. And I'm learning to, be present. And as I am being present, I am being drawn nearer. I'm drawing in more. I'm being drawn in more. And it's beautiful. It reminds me of a song that we sang tonight at the worship night. Communion. You are closer, closer than my skin. And you are in the air I'm breathing in. Here's where the dead things come back to living. I feel my heart beating again. It feels so good to know you are my friend. It feels so good to know you are my friend. I'm at that point where I could have belted that and it would have sounded good, but I have zero falsetto right now, so you got whatever that was. It feels so good to know you are my friend. Peace.